car companies figured out how to make cars last forever. And then they decided not to. But a few cars slipped through before the rules changed. Mechanics hate these cars. Not because they're bad, because they don't break. And that's really bad for business. People think cars got more complicated because of technology. That's not true. They got complicated because durable cars are bad for business. A car that lasts 30 years means no monthly payments, no extended warranties, no dealership leverage, no panic repairs at 2 a.m. And in a profit-driven system, that is unacceptable. What you're about to see are not well-designed cars. These are mistakes. Cars built before accountants fully took control of engineering. Cars that proved, publicly, that reliability was always possible. And then, they never made them again. Funny how that works. This wasn't a car. It was industrial equipment with seats. A fully mechanical diesel, no computers, no sensors, no software failures that require a $4,000 diagnostic scan. This thing is basically the Nokia phone of cars. African taxi drivers ran these to 1 million miles, not because they were gentle, but because the engine didn't care. No check engine lights, no limp mode, just metal, diesel, and German spite against entropy. Mercedes never built another car like it. That wasn't an accident. They looked at the sales data and went, wait, nobody's coming back to buy a second one? Abort mission. Add electronics. Make it needy. This Civic is the cockroach of the automotive world. And honestly, the cockroach is offended. Underpowered, understressed, over-surviving. This thing survived Hurricane Katrina underwater for 3 days. And then some guy turned the key and it just started, like nothing happened. Meanwhile, your 2024 Civic needs a software update to open the glove box. The manual transmission mattered because it removed failure points Honda later intentionally added back. Funny how reliability disappeared when automatics became mandatory. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. That 4.0 inline-six wasn't designed for soccer moms. It was designed to not die. This engine was built for farm tractors. You know, the things that need to work while covered in mud, cow manure, and regret. These engines run while overheating, leaking oil like a sieve, and having electrical failures. They'll keep running long enough to embarrass newer cars at the stoplight. This car nearly destroyed Mercedes, not with marketing, with engineering. Toyota gave their engineers an unlimited budget and one mission: make the best car on Earth. We don't care what it costs. They did. This V8 has tighter tolerances than NASA spacecraft engines. There are LS400s with over 1 million miles on the original engine. And then, Toyota looked at their customer retention numbers and had a full corporate meltdown. Nobody's buying a second one. We've created a financial disaster. Make the next one worse. And they quietly never did it again. The lesson? Never be too good at your job, or management will make you worse at it. The GM 3800 wasn't fast enough to hurt itself. That's why it survived. Every mechanic has the same story. Little old lady, original owner, church on Sundays, 347,000 miles, still smells like Werther's Originals inside. Runs like new. Most were owned by careful, boring people, which is exactly why so many are still alive today. This engine is too boring to break. It's the golden retriever of engines. Not exciting, won't win races, but it'll outlive you, your kids, and possibly the concept of retirement. GM killed it because it was making all their other engines look bad. Imagine being so reliable, your own company fires you. Police don't care about touchscreens. They care about frame strength, cheap parts, easy repairs. That's why departments kept these for decades. You could swap the entire engine in a Walmart parking lot with a YouTube tutorial and a six-pack. Police would crash into buildings, and the car would be back on patrol the next morning. The building, not so much. Ford killed it in 2011. Why? Because Crown Vic owners never bought another Ford. They just kept driving. Forever. Like a financial curse, but responsible. This one is different. Toyota didn't design it for Americans. They designed it for war zones, deserts, and roads that don't exist yet. African warlords choose these over military Hummers. The UN buys these instead of armored vehicles. If civilization collapses, there will be three things left: cockroaches, Twinkies, and Land Cruisers. That wasn't an accident. Toyota looked at this and said, "We're losing money on reliability. Quick, make the new ones require $8,000 service visits." Capitalism wins again. These cars prove something uncomfortable. Car companies can build vehicles that last 25 to 30 years. They just choose not to, because a reliable customer is a lost customer. When someone tells you, cars are better now, ask yourself one question. Better for who? So here's your assignment. Pick one of these cars. Buy it, drive it, forever. Make a car salesman weep into his commission check. Drop a comment with which one you'd choose. And if you're a dealership manager watching this feeling attacked, good. Your CEO's third boat can wait. Subscribe for more truths the industry wishes would stay buried. And remember, the best car is the one that refuses to die just to spite the people who built it.